Hi everybody, it's Bobby from Bobby's Cozy Kitchen, and I actually have made it 2 days in a row. I'm so proud of myself. Yay! So, I don't know if you watched yesterday, but it was a really fun day because my daughter Jessie was here. So she was on the vlog with me and answered some of the questions with me, and we had a lot of fun. We always do when we're together. So I'm hoping that she'll be able to be back and be on the vlog with me again soon. And hopefully I could get my son and his fiance on here, but with them having the baby here pretty soon, I'm not sure when that's going to happen. Hopefully soon. And speaking of babies, I don't know if any of you follow my Facebook. Um, and I think I've talked about them on my blog too, but I have basically what I refer to as my herd of deer that that come to us like almost on a daily basis. Um, it started out with one little baby that her mom was hit by a car. Or at least we thought her mom was hit by a car because um, the kids saw a mama deer down the road dead, and there was a baby off to the side, and then this baby just showed up in our front yard, and there was no mom around, nothing for like 3 days. So I went to the local feed store and asked them what I should feed her because I was like, okay, yeah. And so they told me that I should feed her what's called dry cob, which is corn, oats, and barley mixed together. So we picked up a bag of that and brought it home and fed her for a couple days. And then another one showed up. Then another one showed up. So now we're not sure. We kind of think that there's a mom that we call Mama because we're still like original. And then the baby that we call Baby. And then there was one that was kind of like, I like referred to her as the teenager. I think possibly she was the yearling from the Mama deer. So she was the previous year's baby. So we have the three of them, and they come around for apples and, the cob, the dry cob. And just, I mean, I'm from Southern California, it's like seagulls. So the fact that I had deer in my front yard just blew my mind. I would stand at the window and just like gawk at them. Um, so then we had, like randomly one day we came out and there was this huge buck in our front yard. Well, to me, he was huge. And then maybe like a couple months later, there was a smaller buck that was laying down in our yard. So then last year, Mama got pregnant again and disappeared for a while. And we were super worried because we thought, oh my God, something's happened to her. We didn't see her for, I want to say like 3 or 4 weeks. And then surprise, she pops up with twins. And so we named them Thelma and Louise. Well, then a little bit later, we started noticing some bumps on Louise's head. So we realized that it was not Thelma and Louise, it was Thelma and Louie. So we had them. Well, then this spring, there was like bucks all over the place out here. And I was chasing them away from the girls. And evidently that didn't work because I think Mama and Tina got pregnant. We thought Baby might be pregnant, but I'm seeing her around and I don't think she is. And so Mama and Tina have been gone. We haven't seen them for a couple weeks. So we figured they're off having their babies. And this morning I saw Thelma outside. So I came to walk around through my kitchen and looked outside, and lo and behold, there was this little teeny tiny spotted fawn. So cute. Tina brought him up. I don't know what it is yet. But I took a little bit of video on my phone real quick. I just grabbed it, because I was so excited. I had like eggs that I put butter on the skillet on the stove, and I'm trying to video the baby, and then I'm, oh crap, my butter's gonna burn. So I got a little bit of video, but I'm super excited. I can't wait to see Mama's baby. I don't know if she's going to have one or two. I'm thinking this is Tina's first year, so maybe that's why she had one. But most people have told me that kind of know anything about deer, or at least I think know something about deer, that they usually have twins. That's very common. So I'm expecting twins out of Mama again. So we have quite the little herd going. So with that was kind of a lead in to today's question. Now, if you've been watching, you know that Christy from Southern Plate issued a challenge to food bloggers to vlog every day in June. And she has a set of questions Monday through Friday. She doesn't expect anybody to vlog on the weekends. So, you know, there's the set of questions. But at the bottom, she has some wild cards. So in case there's a question that you don't really like or don't really have an answer for, you could, you know, go with one of those, or, you know, you could just go with something off the top of your head. But today's question for the day was actually, is there a special dessert you like for your birthday? Well, the thing is, I'm not a big dessert person. So when my birthday rolls around, I'm more about like being with the family, obviously, is like the most important thing to me. But one year Kevin took me to this place over in Tacoma off the water in Reston, I believe is the town. And it's called the Lobster Shop. And you know, it's a little pricey, but my birthday's in August, so we were able to sit out on the water, which is, you know, not normal. You know, Washington, we've got like maybe a window of 2 or 3 months that you can be outside and be comfortable, especially by the water, because by the water it's super cold, because the water's always super cold no matter what time of the year it is. So that was fun. Mostly it's just, you know, for my birthday, I just, you know, want to have maybe some good food, my family, and some wine. I'm not really that, you know, big into desserts. I like cheesecake, but whatever. So anyway, I looked down at the wildcard questions, and the very first question was, is there one talent, skill set, or bank of knowledge about a particular subject that most people probably don't realize you have? Does it bother you that no one knows? Okay, so anybody that knows me going way back, like, okay, we're talking when I was still in San Diego, and even then it was a few years before we left San Diego. So I'm going to say probably at least 10 years going back. I worked for Project Wildlife, and they're a wildlife rescue and rehab group. I started with them, gosh, probably 7 years before I stopped. So, you know, you could be looking at 15 to 17 years ago is when I started working with them. And how that all started was that I found a baby possum in our backyard. Our dog had, you know, like found this, and I could tell there was something going on. And at first I thought it was a kitten. And I went over there and it was a baby possum. And I'm one of those people that I think baby anythings are cute. So those of you out there that are going possum, ew, I went, aw, you know. But so I picked it up. And don't ask me how I didn't get bit. I have no idea. I mean, they have 50 very sharp teeth, you know, and she was showing me every single one of them because that's what they do to try to scare you. And I came inside. And I started making phone calls and called animal control. Well, they weren't any help. And then I called my vet, and he put me in contact with Project Wildlife. So I called Project Wildlife, and they put me into contact with this person that handled the possum rescue. Now, they were way up in, like, gosh, northern San Diego. I mean, like up there. Where I was at was like way south, like almost by the Mexican border. And there was nobody in my area that did any possum rescue. So when I called this person, she said, you know, I told her, you know, I had the baby, and she asked how big it was and, you know, what condition it was in. And I'm giving her all the information, and she says, okay, so I'll get you in touch with somebody that can come and get, you know, the baby. And I was like, no. And she's like, excuse me? And I said, I don't want to give it up. I want to raise it, And she was like, well, you don't have any experience and, blah, 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 blah. And I said, okay, well, then tell me what I need to do. So she said, okay, well, then you need to come to classes. So that was that. And I went and learned how to work with possums. And that started me down a very long road of rescue and rehabilitation. And I actually raised 2 or 3 possums that went to the San Diego Zoo for as education possums. I had education possums, so I would take them to like Boy Scout things and schools and stuff like that, so people could learn about possums and the fact that they're not violent or dangerous. They don't carry rabies. They've been around since the dinosaurs, all that kind of stuff. So, I'm like a big possum lover and could go on and on and on about how awesome I think they are and could show you a kabillion pictures that I have of them. But through the years, I've also had skunks. I rehabbed squirrels. I had somebody call me one time and tell me that they had baby possums, and when I showed up, they were baby rats. And it was in a very, very ritzy area of San Diego. So I got the rats and I put them in a shoebox with a hot water bottle and a towel to keep them warm, and brought them home. And like I said, I'm an animal lover, so I'm gonna rehab whatever. So I'm rehabbing the rats, and a couple, maybe a week, 2 weeks go by, and I get a phone call from this lady. And she says, oh, hi, this is so-and-so, and I was just calling to see how the babies were doing. And I said, oh, they're doing they're doing really, really good. And she said, really? She's like, I was so glad that there was somebody in the area that could work with possums, and I'm so glad that they're doing good. And I said, yeah, they're doing really good. I go, except they're not possums. And she's like, excuse me? And I said, yeah, they're not possums. She goes, well, what are they? And I go, they're rats. And she's like, oh, we don't have rats in Coronado. And I was like, okay, sure you don't. But so, yeah, I've had rats, squirrels, skunks, rabbits, possums, snakes, iguanas, fish. I had a Mullican cockatoo. We've had rats, gerbils, hamsters, guinea pigs. Pretty much at any given time, my house was like a zoo. Between the dogs and the cats and whatever random animals and wildlife that you could find, that was my house. So, the fact that I have squirrels now and woodpeckers that come to my house wanting to be fed, and the deer, shouldn't surprise me. I mean, I really think that there's a sign somewhere that only animals can read that says free food, inquire within. So that is my random bit of knowledge that most people wouldn't know about me unless you know me for a really, really long time. Does it bother me that nobody knows that? No, of course not. I kind of think it's like an interesting thing to pop on people, and I actually like to tell them in person because I love to see people's faces when I tell them that, I had education possums that, ran loose in my house, and you never knew, you could just be sitting on my living room sofa and here would come a possum downstairs. And it kind of freaked a few people out. But I was glad that I got to share that with you guys. So let's see. Okay, a question for you guys today. And come on. You need to leave me comments. I'm feeling unloved. I need love. Come on. I want to know what random bit of knowledge you might know that other people don't know about you, or that you think I might find surprising. So leave me a comment and let me know, because I'd love to hear it, see it, read it, however you would put that. And hopefully I will be a good girl and I'll be back again tomorrow. So you guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.